Once we let go all the ego, illusions, and conditions, we become all the same and we become one and whole. I wonder why do we have ego in the first place? Isn't it needed to keep the life system going? First of all, wondering why we have an ego is like what the Buddha talked about. So let's say you got shot with an arrow. It was a poisonous arrow. So you're rushed to the hospital. And while you're at the hospital, you say, please do not remove this arrow. First, I need to know who shot this arrow. Was it a man? Was it a woman? Was it someone I knew or no? Was it someone I didn't know? I need to know the family of this person who shot this arrow. Before you take this arrow out, I need to know who made this arrow. What kind of tools did they use to make this arrow? And where did this poison come from? Who created this, right? So it's like that. Because by the time you get your answers, you'll be dead. So why keep this life system going? Why live in this world? So most human beings are deluded. We don't know why we're here. Everything else in this universe is responding to each other. Look at the animals. Look at the sky. Look at the trees. Look at the ocean. Look at this whole universe. But human beings don't understand why we are here. Why keep this life going? You come into this world with nothing. You're going to gather a bunch of stuff, put a lot of time, energy, and money into things, and it's all going to disappear. For what? You can travel the world. You can have an amazing job, a family, and all that. Soon it's all going to go away. Then what? Why be here? So the reason why we don't know why we are here, because we don't understand ourselves. We create this illusion that Phoebe talked about. We create this whole world from this illusion, so we live in a deluded world. Everything we perceive is through this diluted filter. We don't see how everything is connected in this universe. This is why we suffer. So our job is to take away all of it. Why are we here? What is the point of being a human being? What is the self? What is this I? If we truly practice with this, investigate that very closely, then we wake up. We wake up from this illusion. We actually connect, have an experience of this connection of everything else. We see that there's this body, there's mind, there's feeling. What's its job? Human beings are very interesting because there's no other animal in this world that can destroy this whole planet. There's no other animal in this world that can create all these amazing technologies and discoveries to help this world. So as I mentioned earlier, the ego, the self, this I is not good, it's not bad. But if we are attached to it, if we're creating the whole universe from it, if we're protecting it, believe that it's real, then we'll create suffering for ourselves and others. So enlightenment just means experience this mind before self, before ego, before Zen, before Buddhism, even before thinking. Then everything's clear. And if you don't stay at that point, you can see, there is a body, there is mind, there is feeling. Then how do you use that ego, or how do you use that self from moment to moment to moment? So there's attachment to self, attachment to ego. There's the experience before self, before ego. That sound doesn't have self, it doesn't have ego, doesn't have good, doesn't have bad, doesn't have Zen, doesn't have Buddhism, doesn't have enlightenment. It's before thinking. If we don't stay at that place, then we can use anything and any moment to respond to this world with clarity, love, and compassion. Then we find the true meaning of this life. Even though everything's going to disappear, even this body, everything becomes clear.